And we're live. And we're live.
Welcome, everyone. Good evening and welcome
to Kink Talk Miami, where no holds are barred.
No holds.
No holds are barred.
No holes.
And no holds are barred.
So no holds are barred.
No holes, so you can plead the fifth when we ask you any questions. No holes, like holes. So in the case of women, we have to use all of our holes.
And the men have to be willing to penetrate all of the holes.
And no holes are barred, so that means everybody's welcome.
Exactly.
We don't discriminate.
We certainly don't.
So, this evening in studio, we have with us Joseph. He's our guest. Joseph, you can go ahead and tell our audience hello and probably a little bit about yourself.
Hi everyone, I'm Joe V, and I've been studying Tantra since 1988.
Nice.
And I've been doing yoga most of my life, Tai Chi. I'm all about cultivating energy. Let's start there.
So you could literally like put your hand over somebody and they could have an orgasm?
Well, maybe it's not that easy.
I mean, but
I never experienced that, but I'm sure it could happen.
Okay.
It's like in Reiki, they just touch your body like this and elicit all kinds of stuff. But, no, that's not the kind of sex I have.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Well, before we dive into things, Tika, what's going on?
The young lady, Alexis Crawford, that was missing, that her mom reported her missing November 1st. They found her body. And of course, they were saying that it was her roommate, her college roommate, that strangled her to death, or the boyfriend.
Yeah, from what I understand, she, like a day or two before, she actually filed a police report against the boyfriend.
For touching her and kissing her.
For more than that, to me, they even did a rape kit.
Is it a female roommate that did it?
A female and the female's boyfriend and the roommate's boyfriend.
And it's alleged that she was inebriated, she was drunk, and he took advantage of her. Hence the reason she filed the police report.
Right. And then what?
And then within a day or two,
couple of days, they got in an argument. Well, the boyfriend said that the two girls were arguing and he intervened some way and ended up choking her to death. They put her in a trash can.
Choking her. Do you know it takes 5 minutes to choke someone to death?
And it takes a lot of you have to use a lot of strength. You can't just choke someone like on TV how you see and they're dead. It's not like that.
I don't know if was it a choke or did he suffocate her with something? I don't know if he put something over her face.
5 minutes.
Really? Yeah. Well, they put her body in a trash can and they dumped it at a park. Her best friend. That was supposed to be her best friend.
Allegedly that was her best friend, because that cannot be her best friend at all. Because anybody, a friend, furthermore for your best friend, would not do that to you.
At all. And there was a lady by the name of I didn't get her name, but a lady was doused by a bucket of diarrhea.
Oh yeah, hot diarrhea.
Yeah,
So when he warmed it up?
I don't know, but she said that the officer said it was so much, it looked like he had been saving that up for like a whole month.
First of all, why he was diarrhea?
I don't know, maybe because it was watery.
But it's still watery feces. Like, isn't diarrhea the condition where you...
Hot feces should have been the term, right?
Yeah.
They call it diarrhea. I would have been very upset. And he's a crazy guy. He has mental issues. I heard like he went to jail and served 2 months and was back in the streets.
And he had enough sense to collect his doo-doo for a while to front someone. No, he alright.
You know, they label these people and that's what happens.
Hot feces.
Hot diarrhea.
Hot diarrhea. A bucket of hot diarrhea is the thing.
She said it was warm. I mean...
So he warmed it up. What state did that happen in?
New York.
In New York, so
Cali.
Oh, it was Cali. Yeah. It was L.A. Matter of fact.
Yeah.
She gotta go get a hep shot. She gotta just.
Yeah, they said she has to get checked for a couple of diseases for like the next 3 months.
Ooh. Did it fall in her mouth, in her eyes?
She
must
said
have
her
did
eyes.
something. She must have did something to that guy.
She
before.
said her eyes. It was falling from her lashes into her face. It was horrible.
How they say throw the whole bitch away.
I mean,
At this point.
she know that man from somewhere. Ain't nobody gonna collect.
No,
that
they
shit
said
for
she
them.
was at a restaurant with her friends. She was leaving the restaurant, walking into her car. She had already got in her car when he came to the car and pulled her out of the car. Like, they were struggling.
I think they had a personal issue going on.
Her and him?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he asked her for some change before she went in the restaurant, and she probably like,
Or maybe
was
she's
very
done
mean about the
something to her
situation.
before.
I don't know. There could be more to the story, and we don't know about it. We'll probably never find
What
out.
does she look like? Is she what?
They
race
have a
is she?
video, but they don't want to release the video.
What race is she? You have any
I
idea?
think she's white.
Because I was about to say, I'd like to see somebody pull my big ass out of the car. That ain't happening.
Man, so a man can pull. I don't care how big you are. If it's a man, he can pull you out of a car.
Fight or flight mode. I mean, I don't know. I think I'd be gassing it. But all
True.
right.
Car might not been started already.
Anything else?
You need to leave that man alone.
Well, Kanye West is set to perform at Joel Osteen Church.
Yeah. They say for $300,000.
What? Oh, Joel Osteen is paying him?
$300,000.
Hey, ain't nothing free. You gotta pay.
He did it free for all the other events he been to.
Oh,
All the black churches.
really? Well, I don't know. I didn't read that he had to pay that much.
But that's what they're saying. I don't know if that's the truth. I'm pretty sure he is paying.
They said he's doing like in the morning service, he's doing like an interview, and then in the afternoon service,
Oh yeah, they paying.
he's doing performing one of the songs from his album.
They're paying.
I know I read a lot of the comments and there's a lot of mixed feelings about him even being at Joel Osteen. I mean, I don't
Why
know.
is that? Well, what was some of it?
I think people still have some sort of resentment against Austin because of that
The
situation
hurricane.
happened during the hurricane. Yeah. I don't know. And some people are saying that he's not really, what was the word they used? But like they were saying like his religion isn't necessarily a religion. But I mean, he's a feel good pastor. I listen to him
I
all
like
the time.
him. Every time he comes in town, we buy tickets and we go see him.
Yeah, I like him, so hey. I mean, to each his own.
Every time I go see him, I cry too. He just touches me on the inside. He touches me on the
Why
inside.
are you looking like that?
He does. Every time, ask her. Don't I cry every time we
Yeah.
go? It's like he be speaking to me for real.
He speaks to her soul. Do you listen to Joe? Have you ever had the opportunity to take in a Joel Osteen service?
No.
No? Okay.
I've listened to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like any other pimp or player.
You know
Talking
what?
to a bunch of broken people.
Well, I'm broken because I be.
You know that.
Because I feel it.
We know that.
I feel it deep in my soul.
Anyways, anything else, Tika?
No.
Did we mention that Kodak?
Yes, Kodak got 38 months.
3 years and 10 months.
Oh, no, it was 46 months. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
But he's already served 6.
You already served what, 6 months?
Mhm.
That's it? I thought he was.
That's
already
a lot.
done.
Because now he's going to get game time, 6 months. So he's under 3 years already.
Do you think that would encourage him to probably change his persona
Okay,
and his
so
outlook?
this is how I feel about criminal justice. Have you ever seen an animal become caged and correct itself from being caged? That just doesn't make sense, that conversation.
I mean,
I'm just being honest with you.
well,
So you think
I've never seen an animal, especially you're caging now. He's probably done he's probably done real stuff in before, and now you're gonna cage him for the crime is actually
lying on the application.
It's not lying.
Omitting information.
Information. He did not mark his arrest that happened 2 or 3 weeks prior to the application.
You know, there's a lot of forms, government forms, application forms
that people fill out bad all the time.
Yeah, and I mean, I've done it before, and I'm like, yo, don't y'all do your research, right?
Yeah, they're still supposed to do their research and then
yeah.
Well, for his sake, I hope he come home and he do right and get back to his career.
I mean, you can't do no more right than actually legally trying to purchase you a weapon.
And in response to caging an animal and they do better, actually you train dogs.
No, so you can never train a dog like that.
That's how I train my dogs not to.
Your dog is not trained.
Do stuff in the house.
I don't know nothing.
Most obedient schools, there's no cage in it. They're all outside.
I have a fish.
He trained.
Yeah, you can't train dogs. I mean, you can't train animals. You can't train any animal caging it. It just hasn't worked. I've yet to see it. Because everybody always has the same conversation about that. Because people rarely meet people that have a long history of deviance that go into prison and then come out.
But in his case, he has so much to lose. Like,
it's subjective. What you will do for money, other people won't. What's a lot of money to you may not be a lot of money to somebody else.
You're absolutely right.
So you're talking a lot of subjective.
Okay. On to the better part of this evening. Tonight's topic of conversation, we're actually going to delve into Tantra and nudist and all that falls under that category. I did like a brief, I got a brief definition of Tantra as being a Hindu or Buddhist mystical belief that actually dates back from the 17th century or earlier, and it entails like meditation, yoga, and certain rituals. And so this evening we have Joe V in studio with us, and he's gonna give us a little bit more information, on Tantra. So,
yeah, my Tantra experience started in California. I was having a psychic body massage.
A psychic
you got to
body
explain this.
Yeah, you got to tell us what that is.
You got to pump your brakes and explain this one.
I was having a psychic body massage. I'm lying on the floor of this woman's apartment naked.
Okay.
And she's touching me all over.
Okay.
And she starts like
How much did you pay 40 for this?
40?
No. How much is that massage? I think I need one.
Maybe it was a donation.
I think I paid 100. I don't know.
And that was back in when?
1988.
Oh man.
Now, that was my first introduction to the tantric way, and I'll tell you, when I went in there, for some reason, when this woman started touching me and stuff, I just opened up and told her all about me, everything I did, my sexual behavior, this and that, the way I was. And then at the end of the session, she goes out, she brings out all these books, and one of them said, "Jewel in the Lotus: The Sexual Path to a Higher Consciousness." I go. And I look at it, and I'm reading through it. I said, wow, there's actually people walking around thinking like this. I didn't have a clue. Prior to that, my sex was like any normal male, just boom, go out, look, predatory, just want to do it. When I started reading these books, I started to practice the lessons. Because that one book I'm telling you about had like 12 lessons. And they're like, you can fill volumes on each one. So they have like individual practice or couple practice. You can do it by yourself, or you could do it with a partner. So I just started working with it, working with breath, working with, and that led me. I had a real thirst for it. I was living in upstate New York at the time, but this happened in California, that massage. And California is like big on Tantra. But I had to go out and seek people to teach me this stuff. You know, and I'd like to get as many books as I could read as possible. And I would just read and absorb it and just try to take myself to a different state. And during those travels, one of the books I came across was the Taoist approach to sexuality, which is, I forgot to mention that to you, but Taoist. And there's one guy, Martok Chia, he did the microcosmic orbit. And the Chinese philosophy is big on like not ejaculating. This wasn't
What?
This
I
wasn't
need
really
to read
brought-
about that.
I was reading that today.
Yeah, this wasn't really brought into the Tantra circle, but like when I learned that like delaying or like and not ejaculating, you keep recirculating the energy. All right? When a man ejaculates, boom. The French call it the petite mort. I'm sure you want to have boyfriends. You're like, come on, I'm ready. Where are you, man? They're sound asleep. It takes a lot of energy to ejaculate, and it takes a lot of energy to make sperm after you ejaculate.
It's in which one of these books?
The Chinese.
There's some really great Chinese books on sex. Taoist, Taoist.
You taking these
Just
notes
Google Chinese delayed ejaculation
Okay.
sexual techniques.
Okay.
Okay, so when I started to master this, all of a sudden, like I have all this sexual control. You know, I tell people, I said, you know, like I just kind of goof around. You know, like I live in Syracuse, New York, and these people were questioning me in this high-end, really upscale bar. This guy's a billionaire, and I'm telling him these stories because like he goofs around me and stuff. But like, yeah, I said, yeah, this is what I do. They're like, what? And he goes like, yeah, I just want to come. And I said to him, this was just about 2 weeks ago. I said, yeah, but the thing is not to come. And he goes, what? And I'm like, and then there was a women, men, mixed company, and I just started telling him like it is, you know. And I was kind of explaining it. So, and one of the things I said, like, all right, look at me, see me my age here. I can tell you this for a fact. I can take out the entire Syracuse University women's basketball team, take them out, have sex with all of them. They'll be satisfied, and I could still keep going. Does that get your attention?
Yes, it gets
Okay.
my attention. It gets my attention.
Listen, he told me a story yesterday on the beach. I was like,
So how long, like, okay, so in that state, you kind of, so it's like a switch, you can tell yourself when to come?
As a man's having sex, you know, like the heat builds, and like, you know, like you're going to want to explode. And like sometimes I have to push the woman away, like give me a little break, so I have to do more breath work. But and there's PC contractions, you know, like at the root of the spine that you can like, actually if they get strong enough, you can just stop the sperm, you know. But you take the breath up and you take the sexual energy up through all the chakras in the body, and you can take it to any area of your body and have what's called full body extended orgasms. It's amazing.
I once had a tantric orgasm, but this is what happened. I had not had sex in like a while, and so I ended up eating
a wheat
a wheat brownie. And so I had like a big glass of red wine, and I was home, and I could feel, like, I swear to God, I could feel all my blood vessels rush into my clitoris. And that shit was rubbery. It was like boing, and I just kept coming and coming and coming. Like I literally didn't even have to touch myself. And that was just from a wheat brownie. I tried to eat it again, but it didn't happen. But yeah, I
Might have stumbled on it.
Yeah, I know. And then that got me really interested in Tantra. And I think there was this guy, I can't remember his name. He's like black and he has dreads, I believe, and he was teaching it. I saw a couple of his videos on YouTube where he could actually teach breathing and like your energy and so on and so forth. Yeah, very interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting, and And the thing with sex is like the yin yang symbol. You know what I'm talking about? The yin and the yang. In yoga, I learned that you need yin and you need yang. You know, too much power, you're going to burn out, and too much yin, you get kind of lazy. And on the way over here, I was thinking, oh, how am I going to get this point across? Because, you know, like there's hardcore sex. The sex club I was telling you about is not Tantra. It's a sex club.
Yeah.
You know? And the sex is in the lower chakras. You know, like there's 7 chakras in the body: the root, the sex, the power, the heart, the throat, the third eye, and the crown. With Tantra, they take the energy up to the crown and all those areas. In the sex clubs, most of those people are walking around like, who can I fuck? Who can I fuck? You know, like, you know, like, and it's just like, quick, get done, and the man's done it. You know, what other guys there? You know, so like the yin and the yang is like in Tantra. You know, like you have heart connections. You like, you know, you set the sacred space. You know, I honor you as an aspect of myself. We're gonna throw out all kinds of negativity. You're gonna bring in pleasure. Throw out guilt. Bring in love. Bring in abundance. You know, like. And you start like working with energy, like where you connect with the heart and bring it up. That's great, all right? But too much of that is like you get kind of weird, you know? You need to balance it with like, no, I just want to fuck. I just want to have sex, right? And you can balance like the yin and the yang, you know, like, and you just kind of keep balancing it. So, and I was telling you on the beach about this experience, like, so like I'll go to private sex clubs in this area. I come to this town, and I was in one this past week, and you know, I'm feeling, you know, pretty strong sexually. Like I haven't had sex with my girlfriend in a while. We're kind of on the outs right now, you know. So it's been like 60 days, you know, like, and you know, and when I have sex with her, I'll probably come once a month or maybe twice a month. You know,
What?
Like, but we'll have sex like regularly, and as long as she wants, as long as I want, you know. But I control when I want to ejaculate. But I'm in this swing club. I'm attracted to insatiable, lusty women that really appreciate sex. And they don't want to take you for your money or do it for this reason or that reason. They just like sex. And I met this one woman there, like she's like, I'd say she's about 40, real wiry and strong, and she gets this like look in her eye, you know. I'm lying on the couch, you know, like, and I like to touch my penis, you know, like get it real hard and just kind of like goof with people.
You certainly
you know?
touched it yesterday and made it real hard.
Yeah.
You certainly did that.
If I'm in the sex club, you know, I just lay there with a heart on, you know, I kind of like wink at the women, you know, some of them, you know, like. But me and this one woman, she comes over and we're talking, and she's touching my dick. She's like, God, this is hard, you know, and like, and there's like younger men, like big girl men, like, and she's, you get your dick as hard as it is, no, fuck you, you know, like these other guys are trying to move in because they see me, you know, like, you know, she's touching me, so like, so she gets on top of me, you know, and like everyone's watching. It's like I'm on the couch and she mounts me and she just like moves so good, you know, and then she gets this glassy look in her eyes and she pulls out, and I'm on my back, and all of a sudden, like a shower of squirt, she ejaculated on me. Female ejaculation, that's a new thing too, like it's like, it's been around, but now it's just like being popularized, you know, like most women can't ejaculate, they want to hold back, you know, like you feel like you're going to pee your pants or something, you know.
She's an ejaculator.
Yeah.
You're a squirter? That's good, honey. I like squirters.
I told you that on the beach yesterday, I was a squirter.
So this woman like pulled out like, and
This is what you telling people on the beach?
It's the new
We'll come back to you.
We were having a good time.
We'll come back. You continue on. I have to watch you now.
So anyways, we're having sex and people are going, hey, what's going on here, you know, like, and so then she'll squirt down, she'll go, wow, man, God, she squirted, it's amazing, you know, like, I just like, because like I like to watch it, so like it turns me on to watch it, you know, and so then she starts doing it again, you know, and she just like, boom, pulled out, squirt again, you know, then she says, do me doggy, you know, so I'm like fucking her doggy, you know, and then we turned around and she was on her back and I'm doing it like missionary, and I pulled out and she's like shoots and it hit me in the face, you know, like, she actually had 10 squirt sessions in this sexual encounter, and this was like last Thursday. 6 days ago this happened, all right? So I had sex with her that night, and then this other woman that, like, you know, she kept looking at my dick. You know, I know she wanted me. She came over and started touching me and stuff, and we had some incredible sex. And I did ejaculate that night with her.
Oh, with the second.
Yeah, this and then the next night,
Damn.
I went back.
No, I asked you ejaculate.
I went back Friday, you know, I had time. My body had like 24 hours to eat some protein and go. So I got back to like a pretty strong state. I didn't ejaculate that night. I had some incredible sex with this. I was in the couple area of the lounge, and this real gorgeous woman. You know, like I'm looking, holy cow, I don't think she wanted anything with me, but I'm like sitting there like hard as steel, you know, like. and her boyfriend looked at me. They came over and sat next to me, you know, like they're kind of like just kissing and making out and stuff. And I said, "May I touch her back?" And I, you know, like while you're touching her, I said, "Oh, you can touch her breast too." You know, it's like I started touching her. All of a sudden, she's putting a condom on my penis and sucking it, you know. And I'm kind of talking like erotic to her. I says, put my hard dick in your pussy, you know. Like, just ride me, mount me. I want to go real deep. And she didn't waste any time getting into that. Like, and she's like just screaming and like, and I was looking. She's like, and we did, you know, I did it with her until she was done, and then moved on to different areas of the club. But that's like the lower primitive sex. But like I do it like in the tantric Eastern Taoist way, where I'm circulating the energy. You know, like I could keep going and maybe experience 5 to 10 women in a night instead of like just one. You know, so it's kind of like weak in those clubs. So it's the sexual energy is there, but it's like real fast and weak. You know what I mean? The tantric stuff taught me so much. And Osho Rajneesh, you know Osho Rajneesh? He's one of the great mystical. One of the greatest Indian thinkers of the 20th century.
Oh, okay. He's the one that
out west
predicts.
there. Out west, you know that
has
movie?
A lot of predictions.
No,
that's not
do
there.
you remember out there that sex colony out west?
That's what. The movie.
Wild Country or something.
Yeah. No, I know which one you're talking.
They were followers of Osho Rajneesh. And he like built this like big commune out there, and like, but if you look up his books, they're amazing. You know, he died early. He died like at 62. Like the U.S. government really wanted to do him in. You know, they were deporting him back to India. And somehow he died in custody of the United States. He's being held somewhere or something. I'm not exactly sure, but one of his hairdressers, actually Margot Anand, she wrote the book The Art of Sexual Ecstasy. I did a year-long love and ecstasy training with her. The Art of Sexual Ecstasy, Margot Anand. And we just had like a wild time. We just like worked deep into our bodies throughout that year, you know. And I just like kept learning and kept doing it. And all my lovers since that time, since the time I took that book, you know, like I can't just have like cheap casual sex, you know, even though it sounds like it in the clubs, but in that club it's not high spiritual sex. Margot and I always talk like high sex, and you take it to where like you're really connected and you're really like, you know, sweating together, breathing together, feeling together, and understanding each other. You know,
So let's say, roughly, like prior to you even getting into Tantra, like how quickly would you come?
Well, that would be the goal, is to like come, you know, and like it could be like 5 minutes, 1 minute, like 30 seconds sometimes. You know? It depends, you know, like, you know, like, because the heat is strong. Like when the sexual experiences in the club last week, I had like pulled the woman off, so I was about to come. Sometimes, you know, you just, all the breathing and all the stuff you do is not going to stop you, you know. I have to get them off and just don't give me any friction, you know. Just let me catch my breath for a second, and I can pick right back up again, you know. And after doing that a few times, I can go forever, you know. But like, it's like the wet, juicy, tight pussies can like not give you much room to breathe. Sometimes you're just gonna go. You know what I mean?
Sometimes you can't breathe.
And you're like bringing a man down. You know when it. Finish this guy off, you know. plus, I'm ready to go again.
So the wet, you said
The
wet.
wet time.
Juicy, tight,
Pussy.
suffocate.
Yeah.
Okay. Wet, tight.
She's getting turned on. Her nipples are getting nice and red.
Oh, her nipples always are.
Actually, they stay like that.
And then I saw also that you all have Tantra yoga. Like, what exactly is the Tantra yoga?
I'm a yoga teacher also. I
Mhm.
teach yoga. Like before I came here tonight, I went over to the yoga joint in Fort Lauderdale, and I did like a power yoga for an hour. And then I did some yin yoga, you know. And when I teach yoga, they don't even know they're doing Tantra. You know, like these people get in the room and like they'll be holding the poses like it's a yin yoga, and I'll say, okay, so like, and I teach them about the chakra. All right, let's inhale, exhale, inhale a complete breath. Take it to the heart chakra, let's say, you know, just hold the breath there and just start doing PC contractions and vibrate yam, 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 yam energy into the heart. And take a sniff of air and exhale and go yang. And you let that energy out, you know. That's a technique to delay orgasms and to bring the energy up the body. You follow me?
How hard is it to learn that technique?
It's all in the mind. It's like if you think you can, you can. If you think you can't, you won't. And if you think you can, you want to like study it and learn and have somebody read to you or read a book and says. So in that book, The Jewel in the Lotus, there's things called like a Sweeney mudra. They're mudras, like breath things. And in a Sweeney mudra is like you go exhale. Now inhale, now exhale, now inhale. Take the breath all the way up, hold it, all right? So I'm holding it at the crown, let's say, and then I'm doing like from here, PCs, you know, like that, and I'm shooting the
When you
energy.
say PC, you mean
The
like
PC is like the muscles that you use to hold back urine. All you do it right now.
Yeah.
You feel that?
Kegels,
That's a PC
Kegels?
muscle.
Okay.
Tubacuses. Everyone talks about that. They strengthen your sex. It makes your sex a lot better. But like, so like, then you block it in down here, and you're holding it up, and you vibrate it, and you go through your body, and as you, I do it with a woman. Where we're both like, okay, we're about to come. Let's breathe. Let's do yoga. Like my first tantric lover. Yeah, let's do yoga, and we like do it, and we just like get into this sweaty frenzy. You know, we like be like high as on LSD or something. Like we're in an ecstatic state just from sex. You know.
Yo,
it's
we
really-
ain't having
it's really a
sex yet.
beautiful connection.
Right.
We ain't having sex yet.
We haven't experienced
haven't
anything
yet.
yet.
No,
We ain't doing shit yet.
most Americans haven't. Like they go like, oh, this is the body, this is the man. They go good and they do it. You know, it's an art form. Good sexuality is like prime. That's the
You gotta study this
that's
stuff.
the sexual yoga. Actually, like one of my creative thoughts is like, America's not ready for it, but I want to start holding sexual yoga classes and advertise it as you want to improve your sex life, bring your partner, bring whoever you want, and I'll start teaching you sexual yoga techniques.
Or for those who probably are intimidated, maybe you could
Anyone
probably
out there, if
even,
you're interested, look me up and we'll start a trend.
or probably even sell it like to individuals, like sell it. I don't know. Do they still do DVDs?
I have a lot of
Yeah.
tantric friends, women friends that do that now. They work with couples, they work with individuals, and people have sexual problems. They come in like, you know, like I have this, and they need to be able to connect again. You know, like a tantra therapist can get you to connect with your hearts and your breath and your work, and they can pinpoint what's going wrong in you because, like, I can tell in a second what your sex life is just as you talk to me.
Well,
Where's mine?
Okay.
yeah, that's what we want to know. Give us the prediction.
You're a lusty, insatiable squirter that just needs to be tamed a little bit.
I can give you the nail on the
Who like
head.
you know?
What about Petty?
Oh,
Give us a
Petty,
prediction about
It's gonna be
Petty.
short and easy.
Oh boy.
Give us a prediction about Petty.
Petty's a little confused. Like he's like used to doing normal American sex, you know. Wants women, likes women, goes out, but like doesn't really work much beyond that. You know, I'm just kind of feeling out
Okay.
a little bit. I don't know. You know?
Told you it was simple.
And then me.
Ooh, you me. You excited, huh? Me.
You about to squirt all over this, man.
I know.
You're curious, open-minded, and you know you want to learn. and you just never had any tools to learn with. You know, but like you know something's missing, and you can go to a higher plane, and you wonder when that's going to happen.
I'm gonna start doing Tantra.
Who
Get
like-
ready.
Who like Pino?
Get ready.
For real.
I'm-
Life he knows.
I'm about to be a man eater, but only for one man. Before he has to pass life over.
Or a whole or a prison full of women.
So, I mean, how, like, from the beginning to, like, now, was it very easy for you to kind of master it, or did it take, like, a lot of practice, a lot of time?
Is this after I started the Tantra?
Yeah, after you started the Tantra.
After I started the Tantra, I started reading the lessons. You know, you can do this, you do this breath and that breath, and I just started like doing PCs all the time. I do them all the time now,
That's
like
the
during
pelvic
yoga classes,
exercises.
because it really builds your sexual energy.
Mm.
You know, and
So when you do it,
it makes your
you
dick
do it
big
and you
too.
hold
Also,
it?
you instead of having a big dick.
Oh, you
it's
hold
strong.
and
It's my
relax.
one of my strongest muscles is my dick. You know, because I work it all the time. You know, like
You gotta work it. You got
Yesterday, you know, when you told me, you said, give me a second, let me get myself together. And I saw you over there. I'm like, what is he? Oh, that's what he doing.
Yeah,
He was getting himself together.
Your boyfriend now, you know. The plastic guy. No, but so I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be at Le Trapeze Friday night. If you don't believe what I'm saying, you come and watch me in action. Anyone out there listening to this program, you're welcome to come.
Yeah,
to
the trapeze, so y'all can
Fort
see me in
Lauderdale.
action.
Friday night, I'm gonna be there doing this stuff. The yang part of tantric sex. Friday night.
The yang.
So out of all the books, like which one, like for beginners, somebody who's really interested, but an eager learner, what's the best book you can?
I would say like Jewel in the Lotus, The Sexual Path to a Higher Consciousness. It's just a little thin book. And it has 12 lessons on them. You know, and I went over and over and over again with them. You know, so it's like part of my nature now. But it'll tell you exactly what to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you do it. And it's like you said, it's Hindu based. It'll talk about the Hindus and where this all comes from, sacred sounds, you know, mantras, breath, and what doing it is the quickest way to learn. Don't you agree?
Yeah.
Instead of having someone
So
try to tell you
practice.
something. So you're sitting there, you read, all right, I do this, and I just keep doing it, you know, like the
Yeah.
individual practice. Keep
Practice.
doing it, and all of a sudden, like, wow, I got to find a partner to do this with. That's what I'm saying, you know, like you find a woman that can relate to you, and then all of a sudden you're having cosmic sex, you know.
Yeah, I'm buying that book tonight.
Yeah, after you buy it and you read it, let me get a hold of that.
Nah, guys, girl, I gotta practice with the book. Like, oh my
Get the
God.
book laminated.
Well, put down here, it's Jewel in the Lotus,
Jewel-
Sexual Path.
Sexual Path to Higher Consciousness.
Sunyata Saraswati and Bodhisattva were the authors.
Nice.
Sunyata Saraswati.
So, any like bizarre like stories since you started Tantra? Any like bizarre sex stories? You know, probably something that happened at one of the clubs or something. Something wild.
All right, so talking about the yin and the yang, I was like, we were doing a year-long love and ecstasy training thing, and there was about 40 couples, and we did everything to each other, you know, all kinds of pelvic releases and this and that, you know, like, so we're in Manhattan, and one night, you know, I said, so we're doing like a satellite thing, you know, where like we just like do our practice, like as I was saying, yin and yang, the time, oh, this is beautiful, that's my heart, your heart, this and that, you know, but like, where's the fucking, you know, like, so I said, you all want to go to a swing club, and I took them to a place in New York City, the swing, you know, it was also called trapeze, actually. So we go there, and they were curious enough to go. They knew what it was, you know, but after coming off like the high sex thing, we come down to like the street sex thing, you know, like, and they burnt out. They freaked out. They stayed 15 minutes and we had to get out of there. I was disappointed because it would have been a lot of fun, you know. So things like that happens, you know. It's yin and yang, you know, like it's life, you know. You have to accept it and blend it to make it work.
Have you ever been involved in like like a gang?
Friday night. Like you'll get insatiable women that like just to lie on the mats and they're screaming and coming like, and there'd be like a line of men just waiting to go one after another. One finish, another one goes, another one, another one, another one. And the women like have an advantage there until like a man like me comes along and I'm not even par with you because like I could keep going just as long as a woman can, you know.
Yeah.
But like usually the women control the sex more than the men. You know that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Any questions
Unless
for
you're being
Miss
raped.
Freddie? Unless you're getting raped. That's good.
I don't know what I'm saying about that. You know, it's just kind of that happens too. You know, but then that's just how long they last too, right?
What about tantric massages? You also do tantric massages? I did a little research and it says that the
Oh yeah,
massages.
I do some really interesting tantric massages that we learned in this year-long nursing thing. One is like where like you take the tailbone of the body, like they're on their back, and you vibrate the tailbone like this. You know? And then you're going up the whole spine, like massaging each vertebrae as you're like massaging the spine.
Mm-hmm.
So by the time you get to the crown, like their bodies are like all electric, you know, and they're like ready to all juiced up. You know, that's one form of a tantric massage.
Okay.
But there's all kinds, like sensual touch massage.
Do you think someone could learn like tantric massages or like tantric, just know tantra, and probably their partner be unaware and they could do stuff to them? Or does it have to be like
that sounds
the
like
two?
an intoxicated woman, like you were talking about before the show started. It was like they get drunk and you penetrate a woman. You know, right now the laws are changing. If you have sex with an intoxicated woman, it's almost considered rape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like in my case, like can I learn tantra and like hypnotize, like, you know?
Can you hypnotize?
Like the, you know, I'm just. What, Petty?
Your
Can I have
body
my
energy
fun?
will do it. You know.
Can I have my fun, Petty?
I'm letting you have your fun.
Right.
Go ahead. Find your jewel in the lotus.
Definitely. Any questions, anyone?
Do you have any fetishes, or have you fulfilled all those
Fetishes. I like to be dominated sometimes by women.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, what you mean, like
Oh,
dominated?
Overpowered. I like strong. I like a strong woman that could ride me hard. You know, I like it like that. You know?
Oh, that's what you mean by
Yeah.
dominated.
And my girlfriend and I.
that's
my,
what he means.
My girlfriend and I, like, she's out there now. If you ever see this, I'm talking about you. Hi, honey. My girlfriend and I play like games. You know, sometimes I'll tell her, like, I'm just your punk bitch. I'm her punk bitch. You know, she's does what she wants with me. You know. And things like that, you know. But kinks, I've been to S&M clubs that are very interesting. You know, one called The Vault in New York City. It was made famous actually by Madonna. Madonna wrote the book Sex. Remember that book that she wrote, Sex? And one of the clubs she went into was The Vault. And that is like really super kinky. When I first went in there, I just couldn't believe people walking around doing this stuff, you know, like guys crawling on their hands and knees like dogs, being whipped, you know, kissing feet,
Nice.
hanging up people.
Sounds like all kind of parties.
Hanging up people, strapping them up, spanking them, you know. Yeah, that's kinky, isn't it?
Is the vault still around?
Kink is actually a playful form of Tantra. Like, I was at the East Coast Tantra Festival this summer in Massachusetts. We had a phenomenal time there. In Massachusetts, and one of the things they introduced was actually bondage kink, and it was like pretty juicy.
Yeah. Bondage.
But you haven't experienced that yet.
Yeah, I was there into it, you know. And one of the scenes, if I ever did a Tantra scene that was kind of cool, this East Coast Tantra Festival last week, here's a scene of what we did. Was like there was like 40 of us in a room. It was called Liquid Love. Liquid Love was the program. So we're all naked, you know, and we're like and you're lying on your back, and they come in and pour hot coconut oil all over everyone's bodies with blindfolds on your face, you know. So we're all oiled up with oil, and then with blindfolds on, we're going around, and like you had time to interact with these people. You say like, wow, I love that woman's tits, or I like this body, I like that body. You know, like this was like, and that couple, and we're all coupled up. And then you just get to walk around, and whatever happens, happens. All of a sudden,
Because you're blindfolded.
People, you're touching people, you touch, wow, that's, you know, and people will touch here and touch there, and like they're smelling, you know, like men and women, because you're all blended, you know, like.
Damn.
So
everybody in hot
intense.
oil and just rubbing on each other and gyrating,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it's pretty
You
wild.
would like something like that.
It's pretty wild. Yeah.
So what do you find attractive like in a woman? Like are you like a tit guy, a butt guy, a face guy, a leg guy? Because you came over to me yesterday and you spoke to me. What attracted you to me?
Them hips and them
Your
boobies.
personality, actually, like you were fun, you were playful, you had a good time, you know. I could
That was
tell
quite obvious because she had Trevor with her. Right?
Listen, Trevor was a celebrity yesterday. Everybody wanted to take pictures with Trevor yesterday.
You know, there's a new phenomenon now where everybody's into these sex dolls. Like not the one that she has, but actually like the
Silicone.
the ones that are made of TPE plastic that are very realistic. I guess in Tantra there's no use for that. Or do you have any experience where people actually use them?
Let's talk about silicone breast implants, for instance, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know of a woman now that just, like, after years decided to take it out. It's like she's a supreme yogi, you know, a real gifted yogi. And, like, as you do yoga for a long time, you get really in tune with your body, with what's, like, alien and not right. So she had some complications as she was having all that old silicone removed and things sticking and your body.
Right.
Bad stuff, I think, you know. You gotta pay attention to what you do.
So as you do a lot of Tantra, I guess you're not like, okay, not to be rude, but how old are you? Or you could give us like a range, like, are you in your 60s?
Well, I think it's important to know my age, because, like, you know, like when I was in the club, did you go out and take Viagra?
Yeah, I was about to ask that
Did
question.
you go
Like,
out and
have
take
you ever
Viagra? You know, and I said, there's men 20 years younger that they've run out to the car to take
to
their
get Viagra?
I said,
yeah.
look, I need D-Viagra. I don't need Viagra. You know, like, I'm
Viagra.
I'm a living example of this tantric stuff. Like, I'm 68 years old. Look at me, man. 68. I'm the same size as when I was 18, and my sexual energy is just as stronger, better.
Nice.
So, you know.
And your dick is bigger because you've been doing the PC exercises.
The muscle.
I like to
is
keep my
building.
penis strong.
Yeah.
You know, I like it because I love the intimacy of. I like women, and I like the heat, and I like the energy, and I like the way it moves through my body. It's just like if a woman is into it, I find very few women that can keep up with me. I found a few lately, you know. My girlfriend can't keep up with me anymore, you know. Like, she used to, like, burn me out, like, try to get, I don't know, something shifted where, like, she wants to stop after 15 minutes, you know. Like, I want to, like, do it for, like, 2 or 3 hours, you know.
Oh no.
Right.
But, like, if I really find someone really good, I've been known to go for 2 days. We don't even get out of bed just to eat, you know, and just, like, keep going higher and higher and higher, you know.
Oh
Intense
no, that's
sex,
too
yeah.
much for me.
Try a 2-day sex session sometime. I've only done it once, but it's pretty amazing.
That's a little too. I don't even want to go 2 hours.
That's the thing.
20 minutes is good enough for me.
Yeah, women like get sore, they get burnt out, you get dry, you know.
Lube. Buy some lube.
That's why, like, this one woman I did 2 days with, she said, aren't you done? I'm like banging her and banging her and banging her. She said, like, what's that? Stop. More. She just kept wanting more and more, you know.
That's for me.
Yeah.
So, like, on my Tinder, you know, request for a woman, what I'm looking for. It's on there, like, for the world to see. I don't care. Tinder. Looking for an insatiable, let's see, something like highly insatiable sexual woman that appreciates the high qualities of great sex, that's appreciative of it, and not playing like, I don't want no, I'm not looking for a hookup. What are you on the site for?
Yeah.
I'm not looking for this. I want to.
You're on Tinder.
Yeah, I'm horny. I'm
Yeah.
wet.
I thought that's what the site was for.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, so a lot of times we've learned that men, like as you get older, they're saying that it's decreasing testosterone that causes them to not have enough stamina as they used to before. Have you consider that you do this tantra? Have you ever had your testosterone levels checked? Does it?
I guess as you age, your testosterone level
Mm-hmm.
goes down. It's a normal thing. I remember studying psychology. I have a psychology degree from when I was a college student. That was one of my degrees. But
Mm-hmm.
we learned studying that. I think it was through those classes. But a male hits his peak at 18.
Mm-hmm.
Young girl, 18, they just
Yeah.
boing, they just want to keep going. A woman supposedly hit it at around 28.
I could believe that.
Or even later.
But I think it should be later because I think a woman really starts at 40 is when they really start getting real juicy.
Right.
Real
juicy.
That's my favorite age.
Right for the picking.
27 is my favorite age for a woman.
47.
Damn, so it means when I get 47, I'm gonna be worse? Child.
Gonna be more juice.
I'm looking forward to this juiciness of 47.
The juiciness of 47.
Listen, I think I'm juicy right now. I don't think it get any more juicy than this.
We're talking about your squirt.
Viagra, I don't know this Viagra thing. It's so crazy. This one guy was trying to have sex with the woman that I was telling you that was squirting. He couldn't get it up, he just and I'm there doing it over and over and over again with him. He was trying to get in on it. He said, I'm gonna go to my car and take some Viagra. So he came back with his Viagra. He was able to have sex a couple times, but
finally, yeah.
But where there's an up, there's a down, in my opinion. If you take speed, you're gonna crash, right?
Yeah.
If you Viagra up, boom. When the
Probably
next,
need 2
the
months
next
to
time
recuperate.
your penis is gonna get weaker. The next time you're gonna need more Viagra.
I'm buying
That's why
this book.
I'm gonna tell you one thing. Margot Anand, she left me with this one thought, and that's what's really I listen to these things. For some reason I catch on. My father started, he used to talk to me in Italian. He said, prima salute, means first your health, So I always try to put my health first. Margot Anand says, look, you're going to be working with a lot of sexual energy that we learned in that year-long thing. It was a pretty amazing experience. You're going to be working with a lot of sexual energy. What you need to do is look up yoga, look up Tai Chi, keep the body strong, keep the currents flowing. And I ran with that. Once I heard that come out of, she's a direct descendant of Osho Rashni. She's a very gifted woman, very gifted. I just started immersing myself in yoga, And my partner during that session sent me to the Shivananda Yoga Ashram in the Bahamas. You can all go there anytime you want. It's an amazing place. You want to learn a little Hindu stuff and really hot yoga, good primitive Indian yoga, go there. It's inexpensive.
It's in the Bahamas?
It's in the Bahamas, Paradise Island.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
The yoga ranch right next to Atlantis.
Mm-hmm.
Right, the first building next to
yoga
Atlantis.
ranch.
So I would go there and cultivate my yoga, I could feel it, I kept working there, I'm here for the month of November in this South Florida, I do 2 yoga classes a day, plus my own on the beach, I keep working the energy, so that's what I like to do, If I didn't come here tonight, probably would have done something kinky. It might still be time.
Patty, you need to get on this tantric yoga.
Oh, no, I already ordered it.
You already ordered the book?
Yeah.
oh wow.
Oh, he ain't playing no
I'm
games.
starting
The little
tantric
purple
sexual
book.
yoga classes in America very soon. It's coming. Maybe, the seed is planted for you. You're hearing it from me.
Yeah.
I'm a little involved here. Not to brag, but it's a fact.
I think now would be a time for it. I mean, I think a lot of people are so much more open about sex and their sexuality now that I
That's
think
true.
he'll be more welcome than if it was any other time.
I noticed that yesterday on the beach. They're like all over beach, a big nudist Miami beach. In case you're all wondering, all over beach, we're all naked, looking for fun. And I just see like people start gravitating to each other and they're open. They're like I'll walk up to a man and a husband and tell them how beautiful your wife is. Like I really like to fuck her. You know?
They know why
I
they're
don't
there.
say that, but like I before I would think.
I guess you
would
would sense.
in the old way, I would never think of walking up to a man with his woman, act and talk like that. But now I'm okay with it. Like I walked up to you with your boyfriend, you know, and I like your girlfriend, you know. I told her like it was, you know. You're this hot woman you got there, you know. It's open, like you said.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
So we know definitely that you're a swinger.
And what?
You're a swinger, like you enjoy the swingers clubs.
You know, my entire life, I just now got to the point where I can own it and embrace it. I always had wives or women trying to keep me into the loop. You know, you got to do it just with me, or you can't be like that. You can't be, well, I'm sorry, yes I can. This is who I am. If you don't like it, this comes right out of the Jersey Boy play. You ever heard the Jersey Boys? The play? It's a life of Frankie Valli in the Four Seasons. I was on Broadway watching the play, and the woman goes like, Frankie, your name's got to end in a vowel. It can't end in a Y. It was going to be Frankie Valli. It has to end in a vowel. You're Italian. You know, like it says, this is who I am. If you don't like it, you can go fuck yourself. Instead of you can go fuck yourself. You know, like, so right now, I'm at the point, like with my girlfriend, hi honey, you can go fuck yourself. I am who I am. So like, I do like the swing scene. It's really cool. I like it. You know, like it's like just bodies. Like, hey, I like you. You know, like we fuck and we fuck. You know, like and like you know, watch. Yeah, fuck my girlfriend. I'm done. You know, she wants more. Fuck her. You know, it's a nice scene. And I've always my entire life. I've had 2 marriages. One I'm still married, and we're just about getting into the divorce phase. But I have a girlfriend besides my ex-wife. But my second wife never tried to control me. She just sat me down once, like we have to talk. I'm leaving you, boom, just like that. My first wife, like I brought home the tantric books, and she looked at me like this, ripped the books and threw them at me. You know, like.
Well, that was in the 80s, so maybe.
Yeah, I know. And I said, this is a call, it's diamond. And I go like, you know, as soon as she did that, what happened was like, this marriage is over. I just like said, like, it's over. I knew instinctively it was done. It was just a matter of time. Because like, I don't need that shit in my life, you know?
Right.
Even with my girlfriend now, as much as I adore her and I'm like going crazy, I'm hurt, brokenhearted, wounded. This is me brokenhearted and wounded. I'm healing here, you know.
Yeah, you are trapeze,
I need women.
banging, how many women? Yeah, you really wounded.
But
y'all hear hot dicking.
And then that, like, she wouldn't like hearing this, I don't think, but she's heard it from me in bed. You know, I talk like this, you know, so.
Yeah,
it's open. I'm open. This is who I am. And until you own yourself, you know, like, you're in bondage, I think, you know.
Own your sexuality, people. Own it. Go out and get that.
Be proud of it. Be proud of what you are.
Yeah.
Yep. Be proud of what you
that's
like.
good. If you like more than one man, go for it. You know.
Yeah.
As long as it's legal, you know. Stay away from minors. Stay away from.
No minors.
Assaults.
No animals.
Between willing, consenting adults, if you're into it, go for it.
That's what I say.
It's what makes you feel good. You know.
Yeah, well, Josie, we definitely appreciate you for coming through this evening and being so candid with us.
I appreciate you all inviting me.
And very informative. I know there are a couple of books that I'm going to go get right now. I'm about to order them right now because I was very intrigued by the Tantra. Now I'm even more intrigued. Yeah, I'm definitely on it.
Well, there's actually people walking around like me, you know, thinking like me. There's like a big Tantra community in South Florida, but like America's not quite ready for it. We're all like so regulated. You know, we don't realize how like really regulated we are. You know?
Yeah,
like,
true.
You know, everything's got to be like, because like my girl said, well, what's the society think? You know, like, what does society think? Like, do I really care? You know,
Fuck society.
you know?
We on this Tantra thing right now.
Society won't be
But I
thinking
learned
too much.
I
if
can't
they
talk
bust
like
these
I
nuts.
learned not to talk like this in public too much because
They can scare someone.
they stomp you. They want to pound you. They want to get you out of your existence.
I guess it all depends on what group of people you're with. You have certain people you can really open up to, and others that are just very close-minded.
Yeah.
But yeah, but thank you very much for coming in. Thank you guys for joining us this evening on Kink Talk Miami. And we'll see you guys next week. Send us any DMs, any suggestions of any topics that you're interested in hearing, and we'll certainly take that into consideration. Thank you and good evening.